Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel if you are new. Hello, my name is V. I post nail tutorials every Thursday and Sunday at 8:15 a.m. Central Time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Getting right into today's video, I am going ahead and trimming the nails that I have applied to my practice hand. I went ahead and applied the C-curve tips from Not Polish. I'm just using the regular squared ones. They are the shorter length. They do have a longer length available, but I'm going ahead and trimming them to the desired length. I figured I would go with a pretty long nail length for today's video. And now I'm just going in with my Tammy Taylor peel and stick file, and I'm going to be filing the sides and trying to get that nice and crisp for my acrylic application. Now I did want to go ahead and let you guys know that for today's video, I am actually pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So I was trying to think of what designs that I haven't done that you guys have requested in the past, and French pink and white has been very commonly asked for. Now I have stayed away from pink and whites for probably the majority of my nail career. They deeply terrify me, especially done with acrylic. So I wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone and do this video for you guys. So it's going to be a very simple basic French set for today's video. I am using the acrylic brush in size 12 from Not Polish along with their monomer. And then I'm using this beautiful pink, which I feel like it's perfect for French nails. This one is called Fiesta Sista. I've used it a ton on my channel before, and I definitely recommend it for a very vibrant pink, especially for these type of nails. Now, I am going to be doing the reverse method. If you guys are familiar with doing pink and whites, this is what you call the reverse method. So typically you would want to do the white first. However, in the reverse method, you start with the pink portion. I honestly have found that this is the easier route. I honestly have not done a set of nails like this in probably 4.5 years. I remember doing them when I first started doing nails, but ever since then I've, like I said, stayed clear from them, and I try to avoid them at all cost. So what I'm doing is taking a medium-sized bead of acrylic, applying it basically where the tip meets the natural nail, and then I'm actually doing kind of an almond shape for the smile line. I prefer that versus a just regular smile line because these are long, so you want to kind of elongate that nail bed. I am trying to sculpt that out as best as possible. This can be tricky. I feel like once you get your liquid to powder ratio down perfectly though, you shouldn't have any issues with it. Now, a trick that I have found helps a ton as well is you want to semi-wet your brush just a little bit while you are still molding it so that it makes the acrylic last a little bit longer wet. If you use a dry brush, it will cure a lot quicker. So I feel like that's kind of an easier way of elongating that time by just wetting your brush a little bit more. Now I'm adding the last bead on the cuticle area. This is basically just going to fill that in. I'm making sure that it's nice and flush to the natural nail, and then I lightly blend it down to the first bead. I kind of just compare them to see if I was doing it correctly. Like I said, this is very tricky and this is out of my comfort zone, so don't come at me if I suck at this. Again, medium-sized bead of acrylic. I start instantly placing it on the nail, and right away I go into molding it. I'm trying to elongate it first, make it a little bit longer, which I just basically pat it down and lightly drag it into the length that I want the nail bed to be. And then I start cleaning up the sides, flattening out the top. Again, I wet my brush a little bit to give me a little bit more time. And then I start kind of using the tip of my brush to really clean that up. Obviously, as best as possible, you will still have a little bit of product left on the tip. I'm just trying to make sure that the majority of the acrylic is at the shape that I want it. And then I lightly wipe Continue to pat into place, and as you can see, I still have time to mold that because I wet my brush a little bit. And then a small bead of acrylic goes in the cuticle area. Always remember to hold the finger in a downward position. I make sure that it's nice and flush, and then I start blending downwards into the existing acrylic. And then of course, clean up your sides if you feel like you need to. I always talk about trying to avoid that as best as possible, as that can cause lifting. You might feel like you clean it all the way off, but unfortunately you might miss a little bit and that causes lifting. Medium-sized bead of acrylic mid-length of the natural nail, and then I start quickly patting it down, pulling it slightly to the length that I want, and then I start molding it. Again, a little bit of monomer onto my brush to try to make that process a little bit longer, and I continue to mold it out. I didn't cut out any pieces really during this process because I wanted you guys to see exactly how I did it. So this is in real time. It wasn't any faster either. I just wanted to really show you guys exactly what the process is, at least in my perspective, because I know a lot of people are pros at doing smile lines and pink and white sets. I, however, am not, but I felt like if I can help a little bit, might as well, and get out of my comfort zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that nail off, and then we're gonna go ahead and apply our white. Now, typically on a client, you would do the other hand and then come back and file. But once everything is nice and dry, I am going in with my hand file. You can use whatever hand file you feel is perfect for your liking. I'm using the Tammy Taylor Peel and Stick file. All-time favorite in my books. I've used these since the beginning, and I don't think I'll ever switch out. I'm just lightly cleaning up that smile line. Very, very gentle on the pressure. I'm honestly just making sure that the acrylic is nice and even, and this kind of helps do that. You can absolutely avoid this if you have the perfect smile line. I just wanted to make sure that I was doing it as best as possible. As you can see, I'm not doing crazy amount of filing. I'm just making sure that everything is nice and even. Now I am going ahead and applying my white acrylic. This is called Ice Queen from Not Polish. Super vibrant white, and I love that it's so blendable. A lot of white powders are really, really hard to work with, especially for beginner nail techs, and this one just blends so easily. So I definitely recommend this one for you guys if you are looking for a perfect white. Super, super vibrant and super opaque, which is exactly what you want. Unless you're looking for milky white, I would definitely recommend Milky White from Not Polish. So I'm just going ahead and applying that on the rest of the tip. So I have seen a lot of nail techs just go ahead and apply white all the way up into the pink. However, I'm super OCD, And I want to make sure that I am fully getting the smile line that I want. I know that is a super effective method. It works great for a lot of nail techs, but it's just something about me not being able to see the underneath and the result that kind of freaks me out. So in my personal preference, if I do have to do any of these type of nails ever, I go ahead and place a bead of acrylic on one side, lightly pull it up into the smile line, and then I blend it down towards the tip. I do the other side and then infill any areas that need more powder.
It's too late now to turn around and back again. I made my bed and now I lay my head in it. And I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I knew that I wouldn't be. I guess it's for the best, you know the worst in me. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood, cause I'm trying hard to love.
Now once I'm done doing my pink and white, I am going ahead and just lightly, very, very lightly applying a thin coat of clear acrylic right in the center where the smile line meets the white. The reason why I'm doing this is so that when I go into file, I do not file away any of the work that I have just done. However, if, like I said previously, if you do apply the white on top of the pink, you definitely want to avoid this and go ahead and just start filing. I did want to add a little bit of thickness in that area as well, reason why I'm adding that thin coat of clear acrylic. I'm using not polished clear for this step, and I'm using about a medium-sized bead of acrylic, just gently placing that in the center, blending it upwards, and then gently blending it downwards. This kind of helps just blend everything together very well as well.
I'm sorry, my actions, they haunt me, and I'll never live it down. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. So do you wanna take me back? All of our broken plans, so we can start again. Wanting down a second chance, I'm too selfish for that. I let you fall again, now that you know that. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood, cause I'm trying hard to love. I'm sorry, my actions, they haunt me, and I'll never live it down. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was.
Now getting into our filing process, I'm using my Kiara Sky rechargeable e-file. Along with that, I'm using their 5-in-1 carbide bit. This one's in medium grit in the color rose gold. I have my e-file at a speed of about 8,000 RPMs. That's my comfortable speed for my finished filing. I'm going ahead and gently filing around the cuticle area. I want to make sure that that's nice and flush. And then I go directly into the surface of the nail, vertically up and down, filing, making sure everything is nice and smooth. I am applying very, very light pressure. I'm not trying to remove bulk product. All I want to do is smooth everything out into the perfect smoothness. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that on the rest of the nails. Once I'm done using my e-file, I'm going in with my hand file. This is a Tammy Taylor peel and stick file, just lightly filing the sides because I do focus throughout the entire process on my shape. This is very minimal work that I have to do. I'm just making sure that everything is nice and straight at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that on the nails, and then we're going to be flipping the hand around to look at the nails from the client's perspective, and I am squaring off the tip at that point. It is the perfect angle to look at the nails at and fix any issues that you might have missed from your view. I'm just lightly buffing the surface of the nail using a sponge buffer from Profiles Backstage. These have become my favorite buffers. It makes everything super, super smooth and it is not harsh at all. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that on the rest of the nails, and then we're going to clean up and prep for our top coat. Using a lint-free wipe and some swipe, I'm going ahead and thoroughly cleaning the surface of the nail along with my practice hand. If you are working on a client, of course, you can absolutely have them wash their hands, but I like to use a lint-free wipe and some swipe on clients as well, as that kind of minimizes the time that they are out of my chair. Now for our top coat, I did opt for using shiny for today's video. I feel like it gives a pink and white set the perfect finishing touch. Unless you're doing some additional nail art, I would definitely do shiny. I feel like it just makes it pop and makes it look super elegant. So I'm applying an even thin coat of that onto the surface of the nail. This is Gloss It from Not Polish. If you have not tried it out, absolutely do so. It is so worth it. I feel like this is the first top coat that I came across that lasts the entire time. When my clients come in, their nails still look in really good shape. There's no chipping. It's still shiny. There's very minimal amount of scratches, if any at all, honestly. So I definitely feel like you guys should make the investment and purchase this. Their matte top coat as well is my absolute favorite. Stays matte the entire time, and it has the perfect velvety feel to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish applying that onto the nails. But that basically concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Give me any pointers if you guys have any down below. I would like to definitely try this out in the future in different lengths as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later.